Welcome, adventurer. You are about to learn how to get started with Animancy Press and Roll20. After clicking the link to join the Animancy Press Discord server and being admitted to the privately numbered game channels, you'll first want to join the game on Roll20 and begin making your character. If your game channels aren't showing up, don't worry, they will as soon as I add you to them. Once you have been admitted, find the first channel under the Rolls channel and check the pinned comments, where you'll find links to the Roll20 game. After joining the game, you'll want to launch it to begin making your character. Click the third tab in the panel to the right, and then click Add Character. You can rename your character now or at a later time. To the upper left of the pop-up window, you can upload an avatar representing your character, and to the lower left, their token as it will appear on the map during play. You must scroll down and click the Use Selected Token for the changes to your token to be saved. Then, click Save Changes. Next, we will begin creating your character using the Charactermancer. Alternatively, you may populate your Roll20 character sheet directly. First, read and understand the Charactermancer details, and then click Next to move on to choosing your character's race. Then, using the drop-down menu, you'll find a list of available options for your race. If the race you're looking for doesn't show up, it means that you don't own it on Roll20 or it isn't shared with you on Roll20. As there are sharing limits, Animancy Press may be unable to share their content with every game or player. You can still enter content that you own in other formats or on other services into the Charactermancer manually, using the custom field on the drop-down menu. If you're using a race which you own, or which is available from the SRD, choose from the options presented to you, and then click Next. Otherwise, select Custom and enter it manually. Buying content on Roll20 is easy and will simplify your experience. If you're using the Custom field in the Choose a Race drop-down, enter the name of the race that you're going to use, and then select your custom origin ability score modifiers, which are +2 in one ability score and +1 in another, or +1 in 3 unique ability scores. Select your alignment and find the creature type in your source material, usually humanoid or person. Next, do the same for size, bonus proficiencies if applicable, and copy the name and description of your racial features into the fields provided using the Add Another option to add additional features. Then click Next. Now, select your class from the drop-down menu, or select Custom at the bottom of the menu, and do much the same as you did in the previous steps. Don't worry about level 2 and beyond right now. You can level up easily after you add your first level. Expanded spell lists can be added as class or subclass features, but may need to be added manually at the end of this process, depending on several factors. Add what you can, and click Next when you're finished. Ability scores. Here you'll select the point buy or standard array option, or manually enter your ability scores. The standard array is 15, 14, 13, 12, 10, and 8, placed any which way you prefer. When you're finished, click Next and enter your character's background details. Background. Choose a background from the drop-down menu, or select Custom, much like you did in previous sections. Add or select your background's proficiencies, including languages, skills, and tools, as well as any custom background features, such as expanded spell lists. You'll need to add your spell selections manually at the end of this process, if you are using a background with an expanded spell list. Click Next to move on to the Equipment section. Equipment. If you selected a base class or background from those you own on Roll20, your options will be shown here. Otherwise, you'll need to add your class and background equipment manually at the end of this process. Next, spells. If you select a class that you own on Roll20, you can select your spells here. Otherwise, they will need to be added manually using the spells section of your character sheet. Next, enter your character's biographical information, then click Next to review, and finally click Apply Changes. If you don't get a red progress bar, your character sheet is incomplete. But if the red progress bar takes too long, you can refresh the page and it should be completed when refreshed. Next, find the Features and Traits section on the bottom right of your character sheet and add your bonus feat as well as your background feat using the plus sign to enter it manually using copy and paste. Spells. Next, add any spells you may have gotten with a custom background, custom race, or custom subclass feature. Click the Spells tab on the upper right side of the character sheet, and then click the plus sign at the bottom of each level's spell list that needs to be added. Mage Rite spells are prepared and should all be added, or at least kept track of separately. Be sure to specify that the spell can be cast once per long or short rest, as applicable, and use the dots next to the spell to signify that they are prepared. In the case of a known spellcaster, such as a sorcerer or bard, you would want to use the red dots to signify which spells are not prepared. For a prepared spellcaster, such as a wizard or druid, use the red dot to specify your list of prepared spells. This concludes the welcome video. May your characters be numerous and your adventures unending. This is Animancy Press. I'll see you on game day. Until then, support me on Patreon, buy me a coffee, or donate to my PayPal using the links on the right side of my YouTube page banner.